I'll be back on next Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now let's look at new share and share topics. Okay. Do you see the topic schedules for today?
Not yet.
No,
That's why a little bit fine.
you don't see it?
So it only got recording.
Okay, new share. Let me bring it up again.
Corner around.
Do you see it now?
No.
Oh, she doesn't
No,
see
you
it.
don't see it yet.
Mercedes, do you see it?
Yes.
You don't see it yet.
Mercedes, say what do you see, Mercedes?
I see GD maths topic schedule.
And you don't see that, Maureen?
Yes, it don't come up.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
You see it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll be doing is our ratio and proportion homework. Maureen, I'm surprised you didn't send me anything.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too good.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
And we'll go over it. Continue ratio and proportion discussion, and then I'll introduce you to graphs and charts. You know, we don't meet on Monday, holiday.
I know, yeah.
All right, Mercedes?
Yes.
Yes, Memorial Day. And when we meet again, it will be next Thursday. So the homework I'll be sending you will be for next Thursday. And it will be ratio and proportion. I'll give you 2 or 3 mean, mode, median, range problems, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's go over our homework. I'll say this, and then you can see. Okay. Now, do you see the ratio proportion practice?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna solve for the missing terms. Now, Mercedes, you did, let me just check. The one that you missed, let's see, and it was surprising because you had, okay, you missed 4 and 7.
4 and 6. Oh, 4 and 6.
But you did 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, correct? So let's do the first one. Okay. All right, Mercedes, let's do number 1 for Maureen. All right, Maureen, you stop if you have any questions, ask Mercedes, okay? All right. All right, Mercedes. Well, you did this one, so it shouldn't be a problem, right? Let's see if I can just copy that. So I don't have to write it over again. Oh, well, that's fine. Yes, Mercedes. Question.
I'm looking at number 1.
Okay.
Right,
All right.
because well, the figure wrong.
That's number 1. You wrote the figure wrong. That's right. That's what I said. I knew you knew how to do it because you did the other ones. Okay.
I
So
just said
this
it's
is,
8 and I have 8. Oh, could I do that?
how could you put that, right?
Because I
Okay.
them and I was recapping them off.
Okay. Okay. And let me just
Oh,
take
Lord.
that out. And let me take out this because I want you to do number 1. Tell Maureen how to do number 1. That's 2/3. Now, these were ratio proportion practice. So it was just really showing me that you know how to solve for the unknown when you have the proportions set up. And remember, what did we say a proportion was? Mercedes, you remember?
No.
Oh, it's setting 2 ratios equal. That's it.
That is, say it again.
Setting 2 ratios equal to each other.
Oh.
2/3 is a ratio. And we set it equal to x/18, another ratio. And that's all a proportion is, setting ratios equal. And you have 3 pieces of data, right? Numerator, denominator, numerator, denominator, and only 1 unknown. 3 you know, 1 you don't know. Okay, I'll say this. Tell Maureen how you solve this one.
Okay. Okay. 2/3 equal x over 18.
Okay,
We want to find x. So what we do first of all, we're going to cross multiply. So I multiply 2 by 18 by 2,
okay,
I get 36.
all right.
Then I use 8 to divide
Wait,
30.
wait, just a minute. You cross multiply, you only gave me one
Hold on,
multiplication.
hold on.
You said 2 by 18, then you multiply x by 3?
Not no, I don't forget about the x because I'm looking for x. So I says 2 times 18 is 36.
Okay,
Then I use the 3 to divide 36.
no, no, you cross multiplying mean you go both ways, Mercedes. 2 times 18 and x times 3.
Okay, so
So let's put here cross
okay.
multiply. And I need to hear 2 multiplications, right? You
Oh,
gave me 1. Give me the one with the x. What's 3 times x?
that's 3x.
That's right, 3x. And you gave me the 2 times 18. All right. And what does that give you, Mercedes?
Okay, and that give me 12.
3x equal. Do you know how she got 12, Maureen?
Yeah, listen,
Tell her how you got 12.
by,
Um,
by dividing
Yes. Divide by what, Maureen?
36 by 12. 36 by 3.
Yeah, divide both sides by 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mercedes, that's how you got it, right? Divide both sides by 3. So that gives you x equal 36 over 3. Because your 3's are going to cancel on the left side, right? And that's how she got the 12. Maureen, any questions on number 1?
No.
Okay. All right, Mercedes, number 2. Let's take number 2.
okay.
Let me just put that here. Try not to have to copy it again. Okay. And then I put underneath what, 5 and x. 5 goes here. And x goes here. Okay, so Mercedes, how did you solve this one?
Okay, we cross multiply again.
Yep, same thing, Maureen, cross multiply. And what do you get?
So when I multiply 27 by 5, I will get 135.
Okay, so you multiply, well, you did the 3 by x.
Yes,
And you multiply 5 by 27. Okay, 5 times 27. What did you get, Mercedes? 5 times 27? You
it's
said 135? Okay.
Yes.
And then what was your next step? Now let
Okay,
me just bring
cross
that.
multiply 3 is x.
Okay, let me just bring this on the other side so you can see the whole thing. Okay, so what did you do? The next step?
Next, we're going to divide both sides by 3.
Right, divide both sides by 3. And what does that give you?
You gave me you cancel the 3 on the left, and you get the answer of 45. 3 into
Okay, okay, that's right. You divide 3 into 135 and you got 45. Okay, that's your answer. Maureen, any questions?
No.
Okay, now, Maureen, since Mercedes took you through 1 and 2, I think you can do number 3. You feel like doing number 3? Maureen, or you want Mercedes to continue?
Okay.
Okay, so you want to do number 3? Let's see. Trying to copy this where I don't have to do it all. Let's see. But it's okay. Let's do this. Okay, so I want you to do number 3. Let me just copy it there. And this is what, a 2. And this is a 8. Okay, let's take the underline out. Okay, this is number 3. Okay. And let's just. Oop. Let me put this 2 back here. Okay, this is number 3. And it's coming up 2 because it's doing automatic renumbering. We don't want that to happen. This is number 3, and that's 5. What was that? 1, 5?
Yeah.
15 over 2.
Yes.
Maureen, what are you doing with that cough there?
I drinking coffee every day.
Oh, okay. You drink it? Are you drinking tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that helps.
Get some ginger tea.
This is the Dr. Mercedes. But Mercedes has some good natural remedies for you.
I
Okay.
get off milk for the time being too.
Okay. All right. Now what I want you to do is number 3.
Number 3 goes 60 for the answer.
Yeah, that's what I want you to give me. What is the answer?
60.
All right. Very good.
Oh, I got that.
Yes. 8 times 15 is 120, and x times 2 is 2x, and 2 into 120 is 60, right? Okay, Maureen, very good. What is the answer for number 4? What's x equal to, Maureen?
Okay, hold on. 6.
What is that?
3.
That's, I'm sorry, this should be 6 over 5. Sorry, I copied the 2 here. This should be 5. Okay, so what's the answer, Maureen? What's x?
6x. And
Yeah.
3 places is 15, right?
Yeah, so what's the answer?
15.
X,
6x.
x equal what? What's the
6.
value of x?
6.
No.
6x.
5 times 3 is what?
15.
And you divide by what?
3.
No, but you multiply. Cross multiplying is 6
Yeah.
times x and 3 times 5.
Right, because 6x is 6x. And 43 is 15.
So x is equal to what? 15 over what?
15 over 6.
That's right. 15 over 6. What would that be simplified, Mercedes?
2.5.
No, as a fraction.
25.
2.5 is correct, but as a fraction, what would it be simplified?
2.5. How much is it?
15 over 6.
Oh, 15 over 6. Oh,
That's improper fraction. So when you
Improper
simplify, it will still be a larger
Okay.
denominator than numerator. So what would that be equivalent to? What's the least common denominator?
that is 15 over 6. So that will be 3. Oh Lord. No, I know what I did.
So what's the answer?
1, 3, 6.
The answer would be 3 upon 2.
That's right. 15, no, not 3 on 2, because you're dividing it 3. It'd be 5 over 2, right?
Yeah, me 5. 10
5
to
over
15.
2 is like you said, 2.5. That's what 2.5 is, 5 over 2, right? Right, Maureen?
Yeah.
But this Barbara, I was sort of tough and I do it that start doing that and say, no, 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 it's wrong, and do it the opposite way. Oh boy.
What? No, but once you you follow the same thing you were doing before, Mercedes, 6 times x cross multiply 3 times 5, 15. So you're gonna, since the 6 is the coefficient of the x, you divide by the 6. Multiply, divide. Got it?
Okay, okay. So
I
X
think
of
that one I think, is that the one you reversed it? I think one of them you reversed it. Let's see. Number 4, you had 30 over 3. It's like you took 6 times, numerator times denominator. You didn't
yeah,
cross multiply.
I did.
Yeah, you did the vertical multiplication. You're supposed to go cross. So I don't know why you switched. You had 30 over
When I
3.
did it, I just feel like it was not right. I think number should be even number. Answer.
Oh
You know,
no, but I didn't say it had to be even. You just had to solve for the x, regardless of what it is. And this was one that was a fraction. Didn't come out like the other ones that came out like
oh yeah,
36, 45, 60. This one came out a fraction.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. But you still follow the same procedure.
Okay.
Mercedes, cross multiply, regardless of what the numbers are. These were all setups and they all solve the same way. Cross multiply, solve for the variable. The variable here is x.
Yeah.
Got it?
So 2/5 is the answer, miss.
Number 4 answer, you could have, since I didn't say simplify, you could have left 15 over 6, 5 over 2, or as you said, if you wanted to say 2.5 or 2.5. All those answers would have been acceptable. Or as a mixed number, 2 and 1/2. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All those answers would be acceptable, but you had 30 over 3. In other words, you did your multiplication this way.
Yeah, that way. Oh boy.
6 times 5 is 30, and then you divide it by 3. Now, number 5. Let's see if I can copy, if I can just copy this whole thing. And that would take care of all of them. Okay. Okay. That's the wrong thing. Let me take that out and see if I can copy the whole thing. Okay. So I want you to see exactly what we are solving for. So we're at number 5.
Mhm.
And Mercedes, just you have that one correct.
I did.
Okay. Yeah, that one you had correct. I think it was let me just look here. I think it was let's see. You had 5 correct, 6 correct, and 7 incorrect. Okay, so what did you do with number 5?
Yeah, number
I'll
5.
just put the number here and you tell me what your answer is for number 5. What was your answer?
371.
Okay.
X equal to 37.
Okay. Yes, because that's, you multiply 4 times x, 7 times the 212, right? So what you get is, and I'll just write what you get here. So let me take out that, you don't need an underline. I'll just write what you got when you cross multiply, right? Okay, so you had, so this would be, what was 7 times 212?
7 times 221.
That was 1484, right?
Yeah.
84 divided by, and 4 times x, so by 4, and you got 371, and that's correct. Maureen, you okay?
Yeah, Ms. Barbara.
All right, so Mercedes multiply 4 times the x, 7 times the 212, 7 times the $212 is 1,484. And this is in dollars, so let's just put the dollars here. And our answer is in dollars. Okay. All right, I'll say these. And number 6, you had correct. I think it was 6. The one you missed, I think, was 7.
Is it 7? I missed the 7. Oh, I didn't do number where one.
No,
In the last one too.
no, you did all the setup ones. It's
I
just
did number 6, I do 6. The 6 and 7, right?
you did 6 and 7. What did you get for 6 and 7?
I didn't do 7, I know do 6.
You did 6?
Yeah,
What did you get for number 6?
I
Your
get
answer.
894.
Okay, number 6, you
It's
got
596 over 2 and x over 3.
okay. So this was number 5, not 4. Okay, Maureen, for number 6, let's just put your answer here. Cross multiply. So what was your answer for x, Maureen? Number 6.
2.
Number 6?
Yeah.
No. That's not what you said before.
Yes, I cross multiply. I multiply 3 by 596 and 2
Okay.
by x.
So that would have been 17.88, right?
Yes.
That what you got?
Yeah.
And that's divided by 2. And what was your answer?
894. Or 2 x is 16, 17, 2, 9.
Where's your decimal point?
Yeah.
Where's your
894.
decimal point?
The decimal point is in between there.
Between
Yes,
what?
These two there, 17 and 18. 17 and 88. And then I divided by 2.
You said 894 is your answer. I'm asking you, where's your decimal point?
In between the 8 and 9.
Oh, okay. 8.94. 894 is like saying 894.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So 8.94. Okay. Questions, Mercedes? Yeah, I think you had that one right. I think it's the last one that you didn't have right. Okay. Look at your okay, you had that one correct, 8.94. Now, number 7, Mercedes, you tell me how to do number 7, because that one you didn't have right.
What I did was I cross multiply.
Okay, cross multiply, same as the others. Okay, so you got, what was the 9 times 284.80? Well, you know you got the 880.10x. What did you get when you multiply 9 by $284.80?
I got 225.56. I will put it, get it wrong.
You got 25. Okay, let me just check this. I have something different. Let's see, 9 times 284. Actually, you dropped the 80 cents.
I did.
You're supposed to get 2563. You didn't put your 80 cent in.
Hold on. Yes, originally got it wrong.
Yeah, you should have had 2563. That's dollars, right? Because this is dollars. And then that would be divided by $80.10.
$80.10. Let me see what you read.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, I know what I did wrong. I make a mistake. You see, because the thing is was so fine for my phone, I didn't put the 10 there. That's why I got it wrong.
And I don't think you put the 80 either. I think you used the 284 when you multiplied, because you got a different value when you multiplied, right?
I didn't put in all the figure. That's why.
That's right. That's how you gotta put in everything. Otherwise, you won't get the right answer.
100.
All right. So I'm looking here at, let me just say, I think I checked yours and found that that's why you had an error, because you didn't put in the figures as they were in the homework. Be careful when you're doing these problems that you are putting in exactly what's in the problem. All right. Now, when you divide that out, Maureen, what do you get? Did you divide that out?
86,
Tell me what you get.
2563.
25, $2,563 divided by $80.10. What's your answer?
Oh, you get 63.
Multiply 9 times $284.80, Mercedes.
Let me do it again. Multiply
9 times, let me, 9 times 284.80. 2563. Well, it's actually 2563.20 cents. I just rounded, but okay. So it's really 20 cents. Okay. Decimal.
So you multiply 9 times 200 and what is it? What do
I get 32.
Okay, yes, let me just, yes, that's right. You get 32.
31.
You got 31. 2563. Let me do it again. 2563, and that's $0.20 divided by $80.10. And Maureen is exactly right. You get 32. So that's dollars. Question, Mercedes?
I don't see where you put the 9 times what? Like, I want to see if I missed some figures there. 9, I see you have, no, 37. 9 times.
Well, you can check it. Multiply $80.10 by 32. $80.10 times 32. You should get back the region, 2563.20. That's it. 32.
Okay. 80 times 80.10
Did you check it?
times 32. That's
Multiply what when you multiply 9 times 284.80. In other words, $284.80. What did you get, Mercedes?
I got 2563.2.
Right, $2,560.20. Now the X is times the $80.10. So you divide by this to get the X, right? This is X equal.
I miss have 10 off the figure, that's why.
You
I'm
you
quick.
you didn't have the 10 cents on the 80?
No,
Yeah, that's why you got a different answer.
I said I almost got it. That's like 31.
Yeah, but you got to be really careful. Almost don't count,
Yeah. Yes,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, because usually it's a multiple choice, and if they gave you a 31 and 32 as possibilities, you only get credit for saying it's the right one, the 32. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you see where you went wrong. It's just really
Yes, I did.
arithmetic mistake.
Yeah.
Not that you didn't understand it, because that was evident that you got all the others correct. Okay.
There's an error. They're taking off information.
Yes. Yeah. You gotta, when you look at problems, you got to make sure you use exactly what's given in the problem. Okay, Maureen, I want you to do number 1 here, and Mercedes had that one correct. So okay, so Maureen, read number 1 and tell me your answer.
Yeah. I bought a bag of basketballs for a children's swimming pool. The bag contained 9 red, 12 green, 11 blue, and
10,
8
10
yellow.
blue, 10
Yeah.
blue.
And 8 yellow. What is the ratio of the blue and green balls to the total?
So you're looking ratio of blue and green to total, right? And blue and green would be right here, right? And how much is the blue and green?
22,
22, right? What's your total?
39.
All right, so what's your answer?
See,
See,
Okay, 22 over 39. Total of the blue and green, 10 and 12. Mercedes had that one correct. And the ratio of blue and green to total, the total you added up 9, 12, 10, and 8, you got 39. So that's your answer. Answer would be C. Mercedes, you had that one correct, but I don't know what happened to you on this next one.
oh boy, which one is that?
Okay, number 2.
What?
I gave you 2 problems with this table, and you have the budget for the operations department, the human resources, and the marketing. So what's the ratio of the largest budget to the smallest budget? Now let's see what you gave me, and I was kind of surprised
I have
on
14,
that one.
so 2.1. 14.7 is the largest. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's the largest. That's correct.
And 2.1 is the lowest.
Yeah. Let me find what you gave me. You gave me something different. Okay. Looking for your answer. You probably could tell me how to solve it now, but I don't know why you gave me something different when you handed it in, when you sent me your answers.
It's not 14.7.
Yeah, 14.7 is
To
the
2.1.
largest. And what's the ratio of the largest to the smallest?
2.1 is the smallest.
Right? So what's the answer?
To 14.7 to 2.1. That was the row.
Okay.
I didn't do it properly.
Okay, now let's see. You gave me 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
That's what you gave me as your answer. Is that what you got when you put the largest over the smallest? Okay, let me just bring this all to. Okay. Ratio of the largest to the smallest. Now you gave me the right answers for the largest and the smallest. So this would be ratio. Okay, let's just put this here. So ratio equals, the largest you said 14.7, that is correct. What did you get, Maureen?
I got 14.7 and 2.1.
That's right. And
But-
that would be, this is 2.1. And you could just really move the decimal point over and get rid of it, right? Do it for both. So let's become 147 over 21. Now, Mercedes, how did you get 2 to 1? What's the answer, Maureen? Simplify.
I just,
Okay.
Maureen,
Wait,
you said it. What is it? 21 goes into 147 how many times, Maureen?
okay. What's that?
How many? Method math.
Then
What? What are you saying, Maureen?
it's 147
Divided by 21.
or
Method math.
7.
you know, I didn't even put, I didn't remember to put 21 anyhow.
Well, we shifted the decimal point one
Yeah.
place in the numerator and
Yeah.
denominator, so it's the
Yeah.
same ratio.
Uh,
Maureen, what's the answer?
7.
That's right. I thought I heard you say that. So it's 7 to 1, or you could have said what? 7:1. All right. Oh, all right. Now, Mercedes, how did you get 2 to 1?
I just look in the box that you have there, and
Yeah.
just maybe I didn't understand how to complete it. I know that 14.7 is the largest, and 2.1 is the smallest. So it says 14.7 for the ratio to 2.1. I didn't know I should complete it. Maybe I
Yeah,
didn't
but the ratio 14.7 to 2.1 cannot be converted to 2 to 1.
No, what I'm saying, I didn't know I should. I thought I stopped there. So I wonder what the question I didn't understood.
Okay, but what is the ratio of the largest budget to the smallest budget? You wrote the largest budget, 14.7,
Two.
over the smallest, 2.1.
Oh,
But I don't understand how you got 2 to 1. How did this convert a 2 to 1?
no, as I said, I look in the box because the question says what is the ratio to the largest budget to the smallest budget? So I wrote the largest budget to the smallest budget, and I stopped there.
But that's not 2 to 1.
Oh,
If you had, let's just put a colon here. If you had said 14.7 to 2.1, that's correct.
yeah, I wrote that. That's what I wrote.
No, you
I
wrote
didn't-
2 to 1. You didn't write largest to smallest. You just wrote the value of the smallest budget, 2.1, and you just put a colon between it.
Yeah, that's not how I should do it.
No, ratio largest budget
Yeah.
to the smallest, right? That means you put the largest budget first, and then you put the smallest budget. So the largest budget is 14.7, and that ratio, it could be a 14.7 divided by 2.1, or it could be colon 2.1, or it could have been the word 14.7 to TO 2.1.
That's what I have.
No, you had 2 to 1.
That's what I wrote on the paper. Oh my
You
God.
wrote 2 to 1, Mercedes. You didn't write a 14.7. Your
Oh,
paper had just 2 to 1, which is not the same as 2.1.
Miss, if I could just show the paper that I copied off on in my hand right now, it's 14.7 TO to 2.1. Oh no.
No, but
I made
you wrote 2:1. But this equates to what Maureen said, 7:1. All right.
So I missed out 14.7.
You didn't put that in on what you sent me.
Oh Lord, I think I was right and sleeping at the last part of the morning, so I was start bucking. But I was
Okay. You
have it
sent me an answer that said 2:1.
oh
And
no.
that's not the same as 7:1.
No, I keep on saying, but that's what I wrote because I'm looking at the paper that I wrote it from, the rough paper that I wrote on. Oh boy, I'm sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
okay, but look at what you sent me. It said 2:1.
Yeah, I'll look at it because I know the camera snap it, so whatever
All
I
right.
wrote.
Hello,
So I like
Chastity.
the error for me.
See, Chastity's here. All
Hi,
right.
good afternoon, everyone.
I hope you're feeling
Hi,
better.
Stephanie.
Yeah, a bit.
Good. We're just doing some ratios. Do you understand number 2 that we just went over?
I just logged in.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
I
no.
gave a table here and I said, I gave you 2 questions to use this table. And I said, what is the ratio of the largest budget to the smallest budget? So you look in the table, your largest budget is the operations department. That's 14.7. The smallest is the human resources, 2.1. So what you can do is just put 14.7 over 2.1. Or you could have, since I didn't say simplify, you could have said 14.7 colon 2.1. But that simplifies to 7 to 1. All right.
Okay.
But I didn't say this simplified, so you could have left it just like this. Largest 14.7, smallest 2.1.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You got it? Now,
Yeah.
Chastity, since you own now using that same table, just tell me in words, what's the ratio of the total budget? And you can just tell me how you would find that. Don't give me numbers, just tell me in words how you would find the ratio of the total budget to the marketing budget. No calculations, just tell me in words.
Adding both ratios.
No, how would you find the total budget of operations, human resources, and marketing?
Mm,
The total budgets of all the departments, how would you find that?
I'll think about adding.
That's right, you just add up all the budgets, right?
Yeah.
Add the 14.7, 2.1, 5.6.
0.6.
Okay, so now add those for me and tell me what you get.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay, take your time. Ratio of total.
I can see the other numbers. What? 2.1.
Okay, wait, I'll bring it back up to
1.6.
marketing. Okay, I'll bring this back up where you can see the table. There you go. 14.7 operations, 2.1 human resources, 5.6 marketing. So add 14.7 plus 2.1 plus 5.6. Tell me what you get.
That's 22.4.
Okay, so you got 22.4. That's correct. So the total budget, okay, budget Maureen, you got the same thing? Mercedes, you get the 22.4?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the ratio of the total budget to the marketing budget. Now, that means you put the total budget first, right? 22.4. And the marketing budget was 5.6. So this is the way that ratio will look. Let's put it as a colon. Okay, so total budget to marketing budget would be 22.4 to 5.6. Or you could have said, shift the decimal point over in both budgets and say 224 colon 56. What does that simplify to, Chastity? What's 224 divided by 56?
Oh, and then give me a second.
Yeah, 224 divided by 56. Now, Mercedes, on that one, you said,
4.
yes, it's 4, right? So that would be then 4. Let's put our colon 1. Or you could have said 4 over 1. Both correct. All right. Or you could have left it like I had it here. Since I didn't say simplify, you could have left it as 22.4 to 5.6. Questions?
So I should have put 5.6. I don't understand that one.
What's the, okay, let's go back up here.
What does the 5?
What's
only
the
have-
marketing budget?
The marketing budget is, oh.
5.6. The
Oh,
total, Chastity added them up. All the budgets, she added them up. Operations, human resources, marketing, 14.7 plus 2.1 plus 5.6 gives us the total. She got 22.4. Marketing is in the table, 5.6.
What was the question here? You say use the table.
What is the ratio of the total budget to the marketing budget? To get the total, you've got to add up your 3
yeah.
budgets.
And then use the total to,
And
the
then the
total-
marketing is given in the table, 5.6.
miss that part. I think I understand it very well, but I just miss it. You know, we're fighting to keep awake in before in the morning at work. Then I sat on the chair. Oh boy. I'm gonna try to stop doing it at work.
Okay, all right, because let's see what happened to you on this one. Okay, you had,
I missed the 5.6 marketing. After
oh, you missed it in the table?
No, I didn't get to do that part of it.
Oh, you didn't do that
I
part
have,
of it.
I have
Okay.
two, I got the total budget, which is 222.4.
Right,
Left it like that. I forgot all about the marketing.
but it said, what is the ratio of the total budget to the marketing budget?
Yes.
Right? That's what the question asks you, right? So once you figure that out, let's see, let's just put that.
Carry forward with the
Okay, so you could have left it really like that, 22.4. I just want to make sure you knew how to find the total, and then you knew how to write it as a ratio. Total to marketing, 22.4 to 5.6.
I just write the 22.4 and leave it like that.
Yeah, you could leave it like that, or like Chastity said, 22.4 divided by 5.6 is 4, or you could have said 4 over 1 or 4 to 1. Either way, then okay.
So let me get this straight. If I wrote 22.4 and stop there, I'm correct?
No, a ratio has to be 2
Oh,
data items.
Sorry. Okay, 2 part, I got you.
Yeah, because it says total budget 2.
Yeah, I understand the question. I
Right?
understood.
Total budget to marketing. So that means you've got two budgets. You got a total
Yeah.
and then you got your
Uh,
marketing.
Yes, yes. That-
Like if I had asked you, what's the ratio of human resources budget to marketing? What would you tell me, Mercedes?
Was the question was,
What's the ratio of human resources budget to the marketing budget? Just tell me numbers.
I would say 2.1 to 5.6.
That's right. 2.1 to 5.6 or 2.1 over 5.6. All right.
Yeah.
Questions?
No, miss, thank you so much.
Maureen, what's the total budget to the operations budget ratio?
What?
The total budget to the operations budget. Just tell me the numbers.
Total budget?
To the operations. What's the ratio of the total budget to the operations budget?
Okay, the total was 22.4
Right?
and the operation is 14.7.
So what would it be then?
You've got to subtract.
No. It would just be the total 22.4 to 14.7.
Oh,
No subtracting, you just read it off the table,
okay,
right?
okay,
Got it?
yeah.
Okay, let's go. Mercedes, you okay now? You see where you went wrong on
yes,
that one?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
all
I-
right, all
Thank
right.
you.
So that was, okay, okay, let's look at the Gladstone Theater. Maureen, did you do number 4?
I figured it out. I didn't work it out.
What's the answer?
I get A.
A?
Yeah.
That's what I got to, so I think it's wrong.
Tell me how you got A. I'm curious to how you got A.
I don't just guess it. No, I didn't say like, so the also because 11 to 1.
You want me to, well, I'll get A, miss.
How did you get A, Mercedes?
Okay, I'm looking at the answers and I choose D and use the 8 25th, 25 and subtract it from subtract 825 from 900 and I got the total 75 and that's the answer because that's one of the A, B, C, D.
No, but it said how many tickets were sold. You gave me the tickets not sold. If the ratio of tickets sold to tickets unsold was 11 to 1, that means you sold more tickets than you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if it's 11 to 1, the number of tickets sold, that means you sold more tickets than were unsold. So it can't be 75.
I didn't understand the question, miss. I tried. Because I'm looking at the number.
Okay. Okay, let's just write what they said, what they gave us. They gave us ratio equal 11 over 1. And that's equal to tickets sold That's what they told you in the problem. Tickets sold to tickets unsold. Okay, so that means you, if your ratio of tickets sold to tickets unsold, you sold what? 11 times the number of tickets that were unsold, correct?
Okay.
Now, how could you set this up as a ratio?
That was my problem then.
How would you set this up as a ratio, Maureen? You know?
You put the 900.
Okay, I'll write what you're telling me. So you put the 900. You're setting up the ratio. So the 900 would be with what?
The 900 X. X would be for the seats, right?
How many tickets were sold? So what would the 900 go? Is be part of the ratio.
So that is
11 to 1.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Maybe something, please.
What does the 900 represent it with this ratio that they gave
The
us?
seats.
Yeah, the seats, but what would it represent as part of the ratio? What would go here? 12. Why 12? Because 11 plus 1 is 12. And out of 12, 11 represents tickets sold.
So why do we add the 1 to it, miss?
Because 11 to 1 means your total for your ratio is 12. And of that 12, 11 parts go to sold and 1 to not
Oh.
sold.
Oh, got you.
You got it? So that's how you set up your ratio. So this would be, what would that be equal to, Mercedes? What would I write here?
That mean you're going to write 11 upon X.
So the 900 is the number of tickets. So if you want tickets unsold, this would have to be X
Yeah. Oh, okay.
over 11.
11 instead of 11 upon X.
That's right. You got to keep them in order. Okay. And this would be over 11.
And
Okay. See, the 900 represents 12. But that 12 is broken down into, you can think of it as this, 12 equal 11 plus 1. So out of 12 tickets, 11 were sold and 1 not sold. That's one way of looking at it. So now you're saying if I have 900 seats, how many were sold? It would be the X that goes with the 900. 900 total seats, X number sold, 12 is the ratio total, and this would be 11. Now solve for X. Tell me what you get for X.
okay. I got for X is
Solve that proportion for X. What do you get?
825.
That's it. That's
Ooh.
your answer. See, you gave me, Maureen, you realize you gave me the tickets that were unsold. If your ratio for tickets sold to tickets unsold 11 to 1, you sold more tickets than were unsold. So 75 would definitely not be an answer. So you're looking between B, C, and D, right? If I had asked you how many tickets were unsold, then A would have been correct, right? So this is 11 times 900 and divided by 12, right? And you get answer D. Right, so let's just divide it by 12. And that would be, Mercedes said it, 825.
Yeah.
825, and that would be answer D. Now notice how they gave you that 75 and you jumped right on it, right? Because you say, oh, 900 minus 825. Why didn't you think the 825 was more like the answer, Mercedes? Tell me why.
Because as I said before, I was figuring out to do this one. And then I said, okay, I try to do some little bit of my decide on, I decided on what did I give again? What's the answer? I gave? Oh, I gave 75 days. So I says if I take away one of these number from 9, I'll get 70. I get that. I get 70. I'm saying, oh, it's 75. Not thinking that I'm not doing it right.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, but I think the thing that should have told you that the 75 is low is that tickets sold represents the 11. Tickets unsold represents the 1. So that's telling you there are 11 times as many tickets sold than unsold.
yes.
So that 11 is tickets sold. That can't be the 75 because you sold a lot more tickets than were unsold.
You know what?
70, you see that, Mercedes? 75 is the unsold tickets.
So you know what I was thinking? I
What?
said,
What was that?
I was saying, oh, if I don't know to do it, might as well try something. At least I tried.
Well, you and Maureen came up at the same time, same thing. Maureen said she just figured it out 75, except you figured out the unsold, Maureen. You see that?
Yes.
But your key here was this ratio.
Yeah. I have to focus on the key.
Yeah. And what it said ratio of tickets sold to tickets unsold was 11-1. Doesn't that tell you you sold a lot more tickets than were unsold?
Yeah. Yeah. So I have
Okay.
to get to the details. That's all.
Yeah. That's the key, 11-1. If they said ratio of tickets sold to tickets unsold were 1-11, they say, oh, they didn't sell too many tickets. All right.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to number 5. And I'll put this on the next page. All right, Maureen, did you do number 5?
No,
Okay, read it and tell me in words how you will solve it.
the school admit 9 out of every 14 who applied. At that rate, how many students will be admitted if 420 apply?
Okay, so 9. Now this is
Out
where
of
you
14.
set up a proportion, right? Okay, 9 out of every 14. So you need that, right? 9 out of every 14. So let's just underline. Okay, so you admit 9 out. Now, if you admitted, okay, so the 420 is apply. So let's just put apply here, underline it. Okay, now let me put here the who apply so you know what represents apply, right? All right. I want to underline the whole thing. So when you set this up, Mercedes, I want you to tell me what goes where. Okay. So we'll set it up this way, right? Admits over apply. So you got 3 values here, right?
Yes.
And we're going to set 2 ratios equal to each other. So admits over apply. So how many are admitted in the first case? I'll say these. What would be the admits here?
14. Hold on. No, sorry. Who apply? 420.
No, right here.
Okay. A school admit 9. Oh, okay, 9.
So that would be 9, right? Now, this 9 represents the admits. How many applied for that number of admits?
420. No. We'll admit to if 400 apply. You asked me, what's the question again, please? I'm sorry.
How many applied for that 9 admits?
What it says 9 out of 14 will apply.
Yes, so how many students applied for that 9 that was admitted?
14.
14. That's a 14, right? So that's your first ratio.
Oh,
Got it?
yes.
All right. Now, a proportion is when we set our ratios equal, right? So we say equal. Now, how many students will be admitted if 420 apply? So what goes for admits for the 420?
X.
X. Very good. That's your unknown. How many applied?
420.
420. So let's put our 420. Okay, so let's put 420 here. Now you've got your proportion.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
questions on how we set it up?
No, miss, I didn't even remember to say it like that.
Yes, that's why I say put the actual tags on these, what they represent, then you'll always get them set
Oh,
up correctly.
okay.
Admits over apply, admits over. Now you could have said apply over admits. You would get the same thing, except this would be 14 over 9. This would be 420 over X. Any questions on how we set up the proportion?
No, miss. So right there, cross multiply, miss.
That's it. Solve it.
So, first you multiply 420 by 9 and you get 3780. And after that, you're going to divide.
Okay. All right. So what's your answer for X?
Oh, okay. Right, it says it. I was just waiting. I thought you was writing it.
Okay.
Answer for X is 270.
That's right. Maureen, you got that?
Yeah, Miss Barbara.
Yeah. X equal, let's just put here, 420 or 9 times 420. And we divide that by 14 because the 14 is times the X. Right? So divide that by 14. And you get a 270. That's your answer.
Sorry.
So that's equal 270. Questions?
No, thank you, miss.
That's the answer. Now the key to ratio is setting it up correctly. You see that now, right?
Actually,
That's the key, setting it up correctly. There's your answer. Now you got here what? 270. That means that 270 times 14 is the same as 9 times 420. Multiply them out, tell me what you get.
if I use
When you
two,
cross multiply, you should get the same values. Multiply 9 times 420. Now multiply 270 times 14. What do you get?
so multiply 270 by 14.
Yes. What do you get, Maureen?
3780.
Okay. Now multiply 9 times 420.
Oh,
What do you
9.
get?
Oh, I got
The same thing.
Same thing. That's how you know it's correct. If you did get the same thing, something's wrong.
Oh.
Okay. So once you solve for your unknown, when you cross multiply, you should get the same values. 9 times 420 should be whatever value you got for X times 14. If they're not the same, then you made an error.
Yes, it's because if you see the first part of the homework, that's how I started to prove that some of my answer was right. I said, see if I can.
Yes, when you do your cross multiplication, because if you cross multiply one way, you get an answer. The other way, you should get the same answer. And if you don't, there's an error somewhere. Because we'll say they're equal, right?
Yes.
We'll say these two ratios are equal. So that's when you cross multiply this way, you should get the same value as when you multiply this way. So you see the key, set it up correctly. And the best way, I think, is just to put the little tags on what they represent. And until you really get more proficient in doing it, this is the best way. And even after, it's good to say, identify what you're putting in the numerator and what you're putting in the denominator.
Great.
Mhm. Now, you could do it another way. You could put admits over admits and apply over apply, but you got to put them in the right order. Like you could say admits over admits. One of the admits is unknown, and then you put the apply over apply. You know that 14 and 420. So the different ways to set it up. Just make sure when you put these tags on them that you put the right values. Okay.
Yes, miss.
All right, let's go to Maureen. Did you do number 6?
No, Mr.
Okay. Mercedes, did you do number 6?
Even I came home, I was trying again.
Okay. Oh, the setup.
Yes.
Chastity, read number 6.
Can you?
Chastity, are you there? Chastity?
Yeah, Miss Barbara, I'm driving back home.
Oh,
from
you're
picking up
driving.
my daughter.
I'm sorry. You're driving,
It's
so
okay.
you can't read it. Okay, Mercedes, read number 6.
Leah's bookstore kept track of the number of customers who visited the store over a 3-day period. Employees also recorded the number of customers who made a purchase for each day during the same period. Now, although I read it, I go and it didn't kick in when I read it. So kind of kick it in my head.
So what are you trying to find? Keep after the table, read the question.
Okay, the question says, which of the following could be used to find what % of Sunday's customers did not make a purchase?
So now this table has Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the number of customers, and the number of customers who made a purchase. Now, Maureen, if you know the number of customers and you know the number of customers who made a purchase, how do you find the number of customers who did not make a purchase? Just tell me in words.
So you have to add up ones that make the purchase and the ones that.
No, Maureen, listen to me carefully.
Okay.
You know the number of customers for each day, right?
Yeah.
And on each day, you know the number of customers who made a purchase.
Yeah.
I question you, how do you find on any given day how many people did not make a purchase?
Or did not. You have to subtract.
That's right. You subtract what?
The ones that purchase from the customers and the ones that purchase.
What do you subtract?
I subtract.
Don't tell me numbers, just tell me in words. What do you subtract?
Okay. I subtract the number of customers who made the purchases.
And you
But
subtract that from what?
the number of customers
That's right. You subtract the number of customers who made a purchase from the number of customers. Mercedes, you follow that?
Yes, no, I'm following you.
Now you know what to do. Now you know the answer, right? Now we are saying on Sunday, so we're only looking at Sunday, right? We're looking here. Didn't ask you for the total for the 3 days. They say
Ah.
just on Sunday.
Oh,
So let's see. Let me just make that bigger.
oh Lord.
You got it? So we're talking just Sunday. We know how many customers we had on Sunday. We know the number that made a purchase. Mercedes, what's the number that did not make a purchase?
The number that not make a purchase was 49.
I don't mean the number. I mean, how do you calculate it?
Oh, I'm going to subtract 91 from 40.
So 140 minus 91. All right. So now when we look at, okay, we look at our possibilities here. Okay. What would be the correct answer?
Okay, the correct answer would be. Oh boy. Is it C?
That's right.
Wow.
I knew you knew it. You see, you told me in words, and you know 140 total minus number who made a purchase, 91. That gives you the number that did not make a purchase. And then when you divide that by a total and multiply it by 100, you get a percent.
Oh boy.
And multiplying by 100 gives you the percent. You see how you figure that out?
Yes, miss. Oh boy. Really?
And you see how it makes sense when you read it properly?
Well, so Mr. Barber, you're a very good teacher. You know what?
No, but you figured it out. That's why I wanted you to go through it and then tell me in words. And you just translated your words into the math. You said subtract the number of customers who made a purchase from number of customers, 140 minus 91. And then you went down to the answer and say, where do I see my 140 minus 91? Right here, divided by the total of all the customers on Sunday, 140.
Oh boy.
And notice D is incorrect because that's saying divide by the number who made a purchase. It's always got to be the total, right? The total number of customers. Questions?
No, Miss, can you scroll up a little bit? I'm curious about C. Although I guess that C was the answer.
Well, you told me in words 140 minus 91, but you divide the difference by the total number of customers for Sunday, and that's the 140 right here.
Yes.
And multiply that by 100 because that would give you a decimal, and you get the percent. It's clear, Mercedes?
This percent was what?
No, I say when you multiply by 100, that converts the decimals to a percent.
Okay.
You know, that's the same as shifting 2 places to the right or multiply by 100. That's how you go from decimal to percent. Because you'd have had 49 over 140. That would be a decimal or a fraction, right? You make it a decimal, multiply by 100, you get the percent. Got it?
Yes.
Everybody okay on the homework?
Thank you, Miss.
All right, let's go to a new share. And I think I have, actually, you know, I think I'll go to graphs and charts. Okay, let's see, reading and understanding graphs and charts. Let me go to new share. That's not the one I want. Okay, introduction. Okay. Share screen.
Miss Barbara,
Yes.
just saying it. If you hear the little sound coming from my background, is because the people downstairs me playing some loud music. Lucky I'm way back in the room. So
Okay.
I start to hear vibration in the floor, giving that funny sound. We get louder, I'm gonna have to call a landlord for this. This is out of
Okay.
range.
Trying to get my, okay. I had a intro. Let's see. Well, let's see if I can find my other one. Just give you some. Okay. It's not the one I want. Well. Okay. Let's see if I can get share. I'm trying to get, I had an introduction to charts and graphs. Somehow it got lost. See if I can bring up oh, can you see that table? I don't know if
Yes,
you can.
yes,
Can you see the table?
yeah,
Yeah.
Monday.
Okay. Yeah, I have some other chart, some graphs here, but let's look at the table. Because we're talking about graphs and charts, and charts are nothing more than tables. Tables have rows and columns. So this one is a table of book sales. So you always look at your title of your table or chart. All right. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. These are your columns, the vertical. All right. And your rows or your horizontal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horizontal. This represents book sales by type of book on various days, right?
Okay.
Now, looking at this table, I just want to show you the kind of things you might want to answer from this table. Now, biographies. What's the total number of sales for the week? Just tell me how would you find it?
I would
Add
first,
Maureen?
all the numbers for biography.
Yeah, if you wanted to find the sales of the week, you would add up all of these numbers. That would be the sales of biographies for the week. Science fiction is the same. You add these up. Horror stories, you'd add these up, right? Now, and the same for the rest. Now, if you wanted how many books were sold this week, how would you find that? Just tell me in words. Mercedes.
if I want to know how many books sold for the week.
Yes.
Okay. Books. I would have to first add up the amount of books that's sold for each day. You get the total amount of books sold for each days. Tell me a question again, Miss Barbara.
How would you find the total number of books sold for the week?
Oh, get all total number for each day, and then add up all the numbers.
Right. Yeah, you could add up all these daily sales and then add them all together. Or you could add them by type. You could go this way and add them, whichever way you want to do it. That would give you the total for the week, right? Now,
Okay.
how would you find which day had the most amount of sales, Maureen?
By adding it every day.
That's
By
right.
adding,
Go ahead, Maureen.
by adding every day.
Yeah, you'd add up
I
the
had my
sales for every
yeah.
day, and then you'd pick out the one with the highest total, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All
so,
right. Let's.
Monday, for
Yes,
example,
Mercedes.
you add up all of Monday,
Yes,
right back to Saturday, each day. Then you know which day makes the more.
that's right. You'd add up every day's total. You add up all your Monday, all your Tuesday, all your Wednesday, all your Thursday, all your Friday, all your Saturday. And the biggest number, that would be the highest total, right? And the same way, if you wanted to find the lowest, once you add them up, then the one with the smallest total, that's the one who sold the least number of books. All right. Now, what is the most popular of the book types? How would you find that in terms of sales? How would you find that, Mercedes?
You have to go right back into the each days and find out which book sold. Get, like, for example, I could say mystery 15 for Monday, 16 for Tuesday, 18 for Wednesday, all the way back to Saturday at 42. So then I add up all of that number and I get a total of that type of book that sell most. Am I correct?
No, if you want to find of biographies, science fiction, horror, mystery, romance, action, which of these types sold the most books? How would you find that out?
As I was saying, for each day, I would have to pick up the number, the highest number for that special book for each day. You don't understand what I'm saying?
But we're talking for the week.
I'm talking for the week. Oh, you're talking
Yes.
for the week.
Which type sold the most books for the week? How would you find that out?
Yes. So I'm saying, say I would choose one of a book. I say I want to see the book on mysteries. How much book did I sold for the week? Did I sold for the week? So each day I took out the number for each day of the week and make it a total. For example, action. On Monday, 9 books sold for action. And I get all the numbers, amount of books sold for each day for action. And then had the total. And when I get the total, I would know that that's the total amount sold for the week. Maybe I'm not explaining properly.
No. Maureen. Let's see what Maureen says. Maureen, for the week, I want to find which type sold the most books. How would I find that out?
I was okay. I would say Saturday.
You would want?
Saturday. If you want to know of it, okay.
Which type? I have 6 different types of books. My question is, how would I find which of these types sold the most books for the week?
By adding the numbers together.
Adding what?
like 9, 12,
Wait, you're breaking up.
9, 7, 12, 16, 21, and 25. Add those together. Add everything together.
What is everything?
It's first, there's 6 sets of books, right? Check all 6. And you will know.
Wait, you're breaking up. Maureen? I don't hear you.
You're gone away, Maureen.
Maureen, we don't hear you.
Oh, she lost. She came back.
Maureen, say
Yes, Miss
again.
Barbara.
Tell me, how would you find which of these types on the item? Biographies, science fiction, horror, mystery, romance, action. Which type sold the most books for the week? Tell me in words how you would find it.
I would. The biography, then the science fiction, then the horror, then the mystery, and then the romance, the action, and then you will know how much sell the most.
Yes, that's right. Mercedes, that you weren't saying that. You got to add up each type for every day. So you got to add these up, add science fiction, add horror, add mystery,
What I was
add
saying,
romance.
remember when I said mystery first, and I said, for example, Monday 15, Tuesday 16, all the way back to Saturday, get all of those numbers right back for mysteries. You get the total when you add it up, and you know the amount, you know, and you do for, oh, I didn't tell you to
You
do
didn't tell me you got to do it for each type,
each of them. Oh, you're very
right?
smart.
Right?
Oh,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's what Maureen said, all of them. You got to take
yeah.
every type for every day and add them up.
And exactly what I meant was I just give you one example and say all. Exactly what I meant.
Yeah, so you've got to go across here, add up all the
All of
biographies,
them.
add up
Yeah.
all the science fiction, add up all the horror, add up all the mystery, add
The
up all the
total of each.
romance, add up all the action. And the one that comes out the
Highest.
biggest is the one type that is the type that sold the most.
That's exactly what I meant. I just one
But you,
example.
yes, but you didn't say that,
No, I didn't say
right?
all, add up all. I just said a one. But I meant
Yes,
all.
yeah, you got to do it for all. Okay. Now, if sales doubles for the week, how could you find that amount?
If the sale for all the books double for the week, that's the question.
Yes.
I think it's the same way.
What would you do?
The same
How,
way.
what would be the new totals? How would you find the new totals?
Double it. You could multiply by 2
What would you
each,
multiply by 2?
each total. Remember,
Each, but remember, I didn't say a specific type, right?
no.
So if I doubled my sales for the week, how could I find what that new total is?
If you're gonna double the sale for the week for each books, you gotta get
For all the books.
good. So you gotta have that total for all the books, each total multiplied by 2.
Or you could add everything up and multiply by 2, right? You could just add up everything in the table and multiply by 2. That gives you what your double sales are.
Now, what is in my head is the first question. Which book sold the most? So I'm not thinking about the way you just say it. I'm just thinking for each book, the same way, same
No,
question.
but that's not what I asked. That's not what I
But
said. I said if I doubled my sales for the week, and I didn't say a specific type. If I
okay.
double my sales for the week, I just add up all these numbers and multiply by 2.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. Oh yeah, that's the easy way to.
right? That's the easy
But
way.
I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking of the same question you asked. Which book sold most?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm asking how many books would be sold if I doubled my sales for the week. How many books would I sell? All my total books times 2. If I tripled all my books times 3.
Okay, 'cause the same numbers there.
Yes, same numbers. So these are the kind of charts and all that you'll have on the test.
So
And they
below,
get,
so
go
below
ahead.
you answer on to when they ask the question, below you put the answer right in front
Right,
of
you
all.
just put the answers here. Yeah. Most least popular book type. And you know that by adding them up. Add up every type and the
Yeah.
one with the lowest numbers. Just looking at this, which one would you say would be the lowest, Maureen? Just look at the numbers. Take a guess. Which one would you say would be the lowest? Maybe kind of hard to tell, but I think you'd probably have to
I
add
would
them
say,
up.
I would
Which
say
one would you say?
I would say the one with the 9 science fiction.
no, we give a name.
This one or the action?
Science fiction.
You would say the science fiction?
Mm.
All right. I'll send you this and you can I'll send you this table, and then part of your homework I'll probably just ask you which one is the least popular or sold the less. Well, not the least popular. I ask you which one sold the less number of books of the week. That means you got to add across, right? Well, for the week, biographies sold this total, this total, this total, this total. Add them all up, and the one that comes in the lowest, that would be the lowest sales. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I was trying to get, let me just, okay, let me do, I may have to do this from, I'll do it from my whiteboard since I kind of lost it. Okay. Let me go to my whiteboard. You see the whiteboard?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that was tables. So we said charts. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay. Now you have, oh, it's not letting me write. Okay. Clear. Okay. Now let's see if I can write. Okay. Now I want to write, okay. Let's see, graph types. Now the graph types are lined graphs. You want to tell me another one? What's another type? You remember? Line graphs. What's another type? Bar
Bar.
graphs. Okay. What's another one?
9 bar.
Pie graphs or pie chart, sometimes they refer to,
Okay.
right? And what's another one? This one you may not be so familiar with. Pictographs, where we have a picture representing certain things. Okay. All right. Now the line graphs, let's say, is lines, and Okay, now let's just see. Okay. Well, actually, the line graphs is just a line. Let me just take okay. Okay. Trying to it's not letting me write. I don't know what's wrong with my Zoom today. I was trying to draw the line. It's not letting me draw a line. Oh. I don't know what's wrong with my Zoom. I was trying to draw the graph types for to show you the line graphs, the bar graphs, the pie graphs, pictographs. Bar graphs can be either horizontal or vertical. So let me go back up here. Let me put another text here. Okay. Bar graphs, this is information you must know. Bar graphs can be horizontal or vertical. I will send you this information at the end of the session. I have samples of the line graphs, the bar graphs, the pie graphs, the pictographs. All right. So let me just save that. Go back to my new share. Okay. I'll go back to my new share. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Ratio
Yes.
proportion. Okay. I'll send you a copy of the various graph types, the line graph, the bar graph, the circle. The circle that we sometimes call pie charts, and they are usually in percentages. But there's something I want to show you about ratio proportion. Now, you all take pictures on your phones, right?
Yes, miss.
And do you sometimes edit those pictures, like make them bigger or
Yes, miss. If I
okay?
want to.
Yes, and there's something that comes up on your either on your computer or on your phone,
Stream, yeah.
and I'll just show it here. It says okay, to keep the ratio the same. Okay, you want to change it, but the ratio stays the same. So you may make it larger, you may make it smaller, but the ratio is maintained. You've seen that, right? Here it is right here. Maintain a block aspect ratio. Have you ever seen that on your phone?
No,
Anybody? You haven't
They don't-
seen?
Already going
they
to get
don't,
the
they
pictures.
don't do the-
No, have you ever seen that, Maureen, on your phone?
No.
what you
Okay.
saying about
I
going to
never take pictures from this one here.
Like for instance, when you changing the size of a
horizontal
photo, right?
here or
Yeah, it says, okay, you want to make it, okay, you have the height and the base, and you want to change it, but you still maintained the same ratio of the height to the base.
yes,
All right.
it's smaller or bigger.
Yes, but you want the ratio. If your ratio is 6:4, you want that ratio to be the same, even though you increasing the size of your photo. Like here, you have it here, You want to make it bigger, but you want your
See,
base to be bigger, your height to be bigger, but if you want to maintain the same ratio of base to height. Okay, that's the case of how ratio is used technically with photos.
but
All
just
right.
like you explain it, miss, with the numbers side and see it when I did it with my phone.
Well, if you ever try to change a picture size, it comes up. It says maintain the same ratio. Maintains a block aspect. Right. It gives you a choice.
Yes. Yes. And if you're making it too big, it's also let you know.
Yes, that's right. And it says those editing programs on our computers automatically do when we click on maintain our block aspect ratio. So that means even though you change the size, the ratio, you want the ratios to be the same. All right.
Yeah.
So that's something that like in the real world is done with ratios. Okay. And then
Okay.
there's one other thing I want to go over with you. I want you to understand, like when you buying something on sale, you can set it up as a ratio, or you can, like for instance, if something is 20% off, that means you paying what percent of the price? I'll say these.
If it's
If it's 20% off, you're paying what percent of the price?
what if it's 20% off, it's like I'm paying 20% less than 100.
But what percent of the price are you, of the original price, are you paying if it's 20% off?
Oh,
You paying 80%.
yes, I know, but why I didn't say 80? Because I wonder if you're gonna tell me a price. So I get doubtful right there.
Okay, so if it's 20% off, you paying 80% of the cost.
Yeah.
So if your regular price, you call that 100%, right?
Yeah.
Your sales price is 80% of the regular. So this is how you can set it up with the proportion. This is a television set, 410 regular price, 100% of the value, right? You're getting it at 20% off. 20% from 100 is 80. So you're paying 80% of the price. Now, there are two ways you could do this problem. The easiest way is just take 80% of 410. And that's what the proportion is doing. So if the $410 television set is 20% off, you're paying $328 for it.
Yeah.
80% of the 410. Answer B. Any questions now? Because this is a very important concept when you're looking at discounts.
Okay.
All right. So, like I say, you can set it up as a proportion, regular price percent, sales price percent, cross multiply and get it. Or you could take the percent off, subtract from 100, and get that percent of your total. 80% of 410 is $328. Any questions?
So interested, miss.
Hmm?
So I'm very interested to learn.
Yes, but it's nice to know more than one way of doing it. And it's nice to know the proportion because you may be given a problem with the setup and they ask you which one is correct. So
Exactly.
knowing that the regular price equates to the 100%, the sales price equates to the 100% minus the discount percent. All right. That's
Yes,
what I'm telling you both ways. Okay. Now, here's a ratio example for you. We've got a few minutes. Okay. Now here's a table. Maureen, you want to read what it says here?
First of 1, 2, 3, refer to information below. 3 candidates are running for mayor. Below are the results of the survey of 600 registered voters. What is the ratio of Mesa supporters to solar supporters?
Okay, now you see what the supporters are in the
Yeah.
tables.
Uh-huh.
So Maureen, just tell me in words, what would be the ratio of Mesa supporters to Stothart supporters? What would you write?
I would put Messers, let's see, Messers the top
Okay,
and Salters the bottom.
that's right. So give me the numbers.
220. No.
Messes to the
One-
top,
180 is Messers
180 is Messes. Okay,
and Salters is 220.
okay, 180 and Stothart is 220. So let's just put the 180 and put our 220, right? And what is that equal to simplified, Mercedes?
What is that now? Is that say what? 180
Yes,
simplified.
or 18 over 22.
Mhm.
What would it be?
Should be-
What answer?
oh, I have 0.81. What did I do wrong?
What is it? What did you say the answer was, Mercedes?
0.81.
No, here are your A, B, C, D. Which answer?
Hold up, let me say it again. 180. 2.
What's the least common denominator of 18 and 22?
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to figure out what it is for you. Is it 12? Yes, 12. So, hold up. 12, 80.
What number divides into 18 and also divides into 22?
12.
12 doesn't go into 18. I say divides into. What number can you divide into 18? In other words, 18 divided by this number and 22 divided by that number. What is it?
9 or 3.
9 doesn't go into 22. Remember, it has to go into both numbers.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay.
That's the same as 18 over 22. We can drop the zeros, as long as we can do it in numerator and denominator. What's that equal to, Mercedes? What number divides into 18 and also divides into 22?
4.
4? 4 doesn't go into 18.
You gotta look at the answers, Mercy.
Oh,
Thank you, Maureen. Which one? Mercedes? Mercedes, you got the answer?
okay. Let me see. 11 over 20. Is the answer C?
So 20
No.
going to 18.
What number
20.
divides into 18, Mercedes? And that same number divides into 22. What do you
Two.
get?
2. That's 2.
2. So 2 into 18, how many times?
9.
2 into 22?
11.
What's the answer?
The answer is capital A.
That's it. Very good,
It's
Mercedes.
every time you ask me the question, guess what I did miss? I wrote 220. 220. That's what I wrote. And keep doing that. So where am I getting this answer every time?
What? You wrote
then-
one?
I'm looking at 180 over 220.
Yes.
And you're saying 18, and I keep looking at the number you wrote.
Well, it's the same as 18 over 22. I mean, but it works out the same if instead of the 2, you do a 20 and you
Oh,
get the same answer,
let me see.
right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
Okay, Mercedes. Number 2, what's the ratio of the voters who prefer Mesa to the total number surveyed? How would you find that?
What is the ratio of voters who prefer? Where are you now?
Okay, let me just put this all on the next page. Okay. What is the ratio of the voters who preferred Mesa to the total number surveys? How would you find that?
So 80, 180 or Mesa.
Right, 180. You're right, that's Mesa's total. Okay, so let me put that here. Ratio equal Mesa's total 180 and the total number surveyed. What would that be?
180.
The total number. All the
Oh, oh. For
all
all
the
of,
supporters. What would that be? You
okay,
gotta
that,
add these all up, right?
yes. Let me see.
Like 600.
Yeah. Mental math. Thank you, Maureen. 220, 180 is 400, plus 50, 450, plus 150 is 600. So that's 180 over 600, right?
Oh, no, not again. Let's see.
Okay. So, which answer? Ratio.
Answer. Okay, okay.
A, B, C, or D?
What's it?
You need that.
Huh?
Which answer, Mercy?
Yeah.
When when when
Is the answer
Maureen say it like that, she's got the answer. What is it,
I know.
Mercedes?
Is that
What's the answer?
is it D?
What?
D.
How did you get 11 to 30?
Oh no.
What's the least common denominator of 18 and 60?
18 again.
Well, because you could drop the 0.
Have a zero. That's the problem.
Okay, what number divides into 18, also divides into 60? I'll say these.
Boy, that can be as well as 6.
6 into 18 is how many times?
6 into 18 is 3 times.
That's it. Very good. 6 into 60.
And then if you say 6 into 60, you got oh, the answer is B.
That's right. That's a 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Answer B.
What are you telling me right here?
Nice numbers that you could do with the math, right?
Yeah, yes, that's true. But because I'm doubtful of what if I'm answering the question right, that's why I don't give you a sharp.
Remember, you get the least common denominator. What number goes into 18 and also divides into 60?
Yeah.
6 into 18, 3 times 6 is 18. 6 into 60, 10. 10 times 6 is 60. Got it?
So what I want to get straight, like get this question like this. You said I should just drop the zeros, drop 1 zeros each, right?
Yeah, you can. It makes it easier, but you could use, like you said, what? You said this goes how many times? 6.
Mhm.
So you could use a 60. 60 and the 180 is 3, and 60 and the 600 is 10. You get the same answer. It just simplifies your world, I think. But you don't have to. You can stay right here and divide, instead of dividing, like we said, by the 6, you can divide by 60,
Okay, I see what you
right?
said.
60 and the 180, 3 times. 60 and the 600, 10 times.
Yeah, so you just simplify and then break it down to get it answer quick.
Yeah, but you could leave it right here and then find your least common denominator, which would be the 60, right?
Okay.
Or you could drop the zeros and it becomes a 6. Same answer.
So let's go back. Oh, you get the you take the 180 out of the box.
Well, 180
And,
is Mesa right here.
and then you add up all the rest and
Then you add up all the rest, because we say the total number surveyed. The total number surveyed would be all of the supporters here.
yeah.
And these are nice numbers, you know, like 220, 180 is 400, right? 450, and then 150, 600, all mental math, okay? Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now, what's the ratio of undecided voters? This is the last question. What's the ratio of undecided voters to voters who have made a decision?
Where are you, ma'am?
Okay. I'm doing the third question, but let me go back up here. What's the total of the undecided voters? I'll say these.
Undecided vote. Where do I see that now? Oh, I see it.
Undecided is what in the table?
Oh, I see 150.
150. So this question says, what's the ratio of undecided voters to voters who have made a decision? So you have the 150. That's the undecided. Let me just make that bigger. Okay. And the total vote, the undecided voters to the ones who have made a decision. So who have made a decision? Well, we have our total 600, right? So if 150 is undecided, how many have made a decision, Mercedes? We know our total.
The total is undecided is 150, right?
Yes. And we know our total
It's 600.
equals 600.
Okay.
Okay. So total is 600. So how many have made a decision?
That is 12 upon 12 upon what did I get a while ago? One sec, please. Just got it.
Mental math.
Oh no.
150 out of that 600 have made a decision, Mercedes. How many have not made a decision?
Okay, for 150 is 3. I'm dividing no.
150, let me just put here, is undecided, right? If the total is 600, how many have made a decision? How many?
Okay, that will be 6 upon 15. Oh, let me finish.
No.
No, I'm
How
trying to
many, Maureen?
4, 4 to 1.
What?
To 4.
How many?
I said 1 to 4.
No, I'm not talking the answer. I'm
Oh,
asking you How many people have made a decision out of that 600?
Oh,
A quarter.
what, so was,
Number of people.
Oh,
Undecided plus decided equals 600.
oh, Lordy.
So what is the decision made by how many?
450?
That's it. 600 minus 150.
Oh,
Right, Mercedes?
oh yeah. Um, that answer,
Yes, because the undecided plus the decided is
but
600.
miss, you know what happened? I reached so far that I'm looking at the answers A to B, D, and I'm choosing an answer. That's what I did.
Okay, so 450 is the undecided is 150. The ones who made the decision is 450. So your ratio is 150. Okay, colon 450. What's the answer, Mercedes?
150.
A, B, C, or D?
Okay. Is it? Hold on a minute.
150 over 450 equals 15 over 45. And what's that equal to, Mercedes?
Okay, that would equal 15 over. That would equal to oh no.
1,
100.
2,
Got the math. What number goes into 15 also goes into 45?
Is that C, miss? For the answer?
No,
Oh no.
15 over
Oh,
45, the
five.
smaller. What
You
is,
say you say what going to 5 and 15? 15 and 45. That's what you asked me, right, miss?
yes. So what's the answer?
Okay. The answer is what? Every time I see it, I don't see my answer. Because 15 is 3 and 45. Oh, that
Biggest common denominator going into 15 and 45 is what?
55.
What's the biggest number that divides into 15 and also divides into 45? Mercedes. The biggest number.
15.
15. 15 divided by 15 is what?
3. So the answer is D.
That's it. 1 over 3.
Okay,
Answer B.
I put 15 in the calculator for the screen and tell you.
But you don't need the calculator for this.
Right.
Mental math is better to do it mental math, really. Because you got nice little easy numbers here. 150 undecided, that came from the table. Your total was 600. The 600 minus 150 is the ones who have made a decision. That's 450. And it says ratio of undecided. That means the undecided goes in the numerator. That made the decision goes into the denominator. That's 150 over 450. 15 over 45 are 1 over 3. Questions?
Into 15, 1, 15 to 45.
That's right. Remember now, you're trying to get one of these answers. Now,
Okay.
five does goes into 15 and goes into 45, but that's not one of the answers, right? 3 over 9, and you can simplify 3
Yeah.
over 9 to 1
Oh,
over
that's why I
3.
couldn't get the answer, miss. I'm sorry. That's why I couldn't get the answer because I really go to 15 into both of them. And I'm there thinking and thinking. I said, but
Yeah, but
Correct.
when you did that, Mercedes, you got one of the answers.
Oh, boy, yeah,
See, the 5 works, but then you have to simplify it further
and yeah,
because you'd get the 3/9, and then 3/9 is 1/3. Got it?
yeah, because 3 into 3, 1 and 3 into 9, 3.
That's right. So you could take the 5 and then go another step. But if you take the biggest, you only do 1 step. It's okay to do 2 steps. Just realize once you get to 3/9, it's not one of your choices,
Okay,
right?
good. So Miss Wright, can you clear how you get why you decide that you take away 150? I didn't get that little so clear.
Okay. It says, what's the ratio of undecided voters to voters who have made a decision? The table tells you, let's go back to the table. The table said the undecided was 150, right?
Okay.
But we figured out our total in the second problem. That's 600, right? When we added up everything in the table. So now we know our total of all the voters, including the undecided, is 600.
Yeah.
So if the 150 is undecided, we subtract that from 600 and we get the number who've made a decision. That's the 450.
Oh,
You got it?
yes.
Because we
Yeah.
only, if you look at it this way, you only have 2 types. You have the undecided and the ones who made a decision. So if you know the undecided, subtract that from your total, you get the ones who've made a decision.
Okay.
Got it?
Thank you.
Any questions on anything we've gone over?
So far, I'm catching on.
Very good. Now, no class on Monday. I will be
know.
sending you homework.
Uh,
You'll have a few mean, mode, medium range problems, and the rest will be ratio proportion. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So thanks for sharing. And I'll send you the examples of those graphs, the line graph, the bar graph. All right. I'll send that to you when I send the session. And I email it to you.
The pre college classes, there won't be none until
Monday.
Monday.
No, Monday is a holiday for all of us.
Yes, so I'm
No
saying,
classes at all on Monday. GED, no GED, no college prep.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying the college prep would be the other week Monday then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we will meet on Thursday for
Oh, for
GED. And that's when your homework will be due before that next Thursday. Okay.
Yes.
So instead of a few days for your homework, you really have about a week for your
Yes.
homework. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So long, everybody.
Okay, Miss Barbara. Hi, Mercy.
Feel better.
Bye. Happy to hear
Okay.
you.
Maureen.